Yo, what's cracking everyone over here with another video? Dude, today we're talking Resto Shaman 9.1. This guide will help you on your road to the ladder or whatever, and definitely becoming a better Resto Shaman. By no means, I'm probably not the best one out there. I have like 9K experience, but I am multi-rank one on other healers, and I am definitely going to try to get one this season on my Resto Shaman, because I tell you one thing, boys, this is the season of Resto Shamans. They are really strong. Either way, yeah, super hyped about my last videos. Thanks for the support there as well. Actually started my new job today. It's at the airport. I work as an IT admin, so I probably don't have that much time anymore for Twitch, YouTube, and etc. But I won't let you guys down. And yeah, shout outs to Reddit. The majority of you guys are from there. But yeah, either way, let's get going. To kick things off, let's talk about Soulbinds and Covenants. Well, nothing really changed for Resto Shamans. We are still Necrolord, and we pretty much always run the first Soulbind because of two reasons. Because firstly, we got Ultimate Form, which allows us to absorb CC with Flashcraft. So we can absorb a kidney, for example, against RMP. It's very crucial, or whatever. It's pretty insane. Other than that, Ooze frictionless coating is also pretty strong. It prevents you from getting swapped to and dying in a single stun, especially good against RMP. And yeah, as it comes to conduits, we are going to play Swirling Currents, Embrace of Earth, and Tumbling Waves as our potency conduits, and as our only endurance conduit. For now, we are going to take Vital Creation. When we get more renown, we are going to play Underlying Maneuvers and get one Finesse Conduit, and I would put either Crippling Hex or Totemic Search in there to get the big value. But yeah, that's for Covenants. Okay, so next up, let's have a little talk about talents and PvP talents. As it comes to talents, we're pretty much locked every single time. There's only really one choice that you can make, and it's between Nature's Guardian and Graceful Spirit. And that's not really a choice, but a little mechanic that you want to avoid if you're playing against priests. Because priests usually run the Vampire Covenant, which allows them to cast the Mind Games. And the problem with Mind Games is that it can actually trigger your Nature's Guardian. And then if you drop below 35% with Mind Games on you, you insta-die. So you kind of want to play Graceful Spirit to be on the safe side. As for the other talents, you want to play exactly like I do. But let's get into the interesting stuff. Let's get into the PvP talents. Well, we have a lot of cool new PvP talents added to our existing ones. And starting with Living Tide, this is something that you kind of always want to play because it's insanely broken. It does so much healing, if you ask me, and it can literally top your whole team. And yeah, it also reduces the cooldown by 1.5 minutes, so yeah, you have one more major CD, which is really awesome. Next up, we have Grounding Totem. This is also a pretty insane overpowered PvP talent, if you ask me. You can ground torches, you can ground lots of CC, you can ground kicks and free cast. It's insane. And as our last default talent pick, I would always play a Sensual Gift to get that aura to cast freely, to cast even more freely. Because as a Resto Shaman, of course, the majority of your healing will come from Riptide, but sometimes you are forced to heal against militaries, for example, that are training down yours, and you will have to spam a lot of healing surges, that's for sure. Other notable PvP talents, definitely Unleash Shield. This is something that you are definitely want to experiment with. Maybe replace it for Grounding Totem or Essential Gift. I would always play Living Tide, not gonna lie. And this PvP talent has a lot of scenarios. But for now, be a little bit careful with this. I would probably go for Grounding Totem for now. And if you get more used to Shaman, if you know what you're doing, if you want to have a little bit more extra impact on the game, because this is the talent which definitely gives you more versatile decisions while playing. And as for a tools build, I would play something like this against Windbuff, for example, that is training you, because Swelling Waves is actually a lot of bonus healing on yourself, because if you cast a healing surge on yourself, 3 seconds later, your you are healed for 50% of the amount, which is pretty insane, bonusing on yourself. Also notable is Electrocute. I would play this if you're playing like for example, if you're playing a TSG and you're playing against a Resto Druid and you're going for that all-in strat, like grip someone, grip the Druid in, for example, as well, and then push the target down with Electrocute and yeah, wreck him on the opener basically. Other than that, and we are coming to the final talent, it's Voodoo Mastery and Skyfield Totem. These ones were heavily played last season because you didn't have Living Tides, you had an extra slot. A lot of times you were playing Skyfield Totem, but the meta changed a bit, and you kind of needed extra healing from Living Tide, and Grounding Totem is just too good. So you don't really have the slot to play Sky Fury or Voodoo Mastery. But keep those in mind. Alright, so next up, let's have a little chat about stats and gear. As it comes to stats, you are definitely want to go for as much Versa as you can get, and then Mastery. And Haste and Critical Strike are basically, in my opinion, both have the same value. Critical Strike gives you a little bit more mana if you critical heal, and Haste is gonna give you that extra casting speed if you need it to, yeah, emergency heal your teammates. Legendaries, there's two that are notable. The first one, and that's probably the one that you're going to play a lot of times, especially because the meta is really fast and it's a lot of damage, is Deep Tremor of Guild. Is the Earth Elemental legendary. It basically summons an Earthquake onto a Earth Elemental, and it does a lot of damage. It's insane. Other than that, you wanna create the Chestplate of the Earth Harmony. This simply increases your healing done by Earth Shield by a ton, and yeah, it provides a lot of extra healing. So this might be something that you also want to play against some comps for sure. If you're struggling with healing output, for example, and if you cannot really kill them in the opener with Deep Tremor Guild, definitely want to play some matchups with the Earth Shield legendary instead. But those are the ones that you're going to want to obtain. Alright, so let's get into a little bit of arena commentary and give you guys a little bit of an idea on how I play Resto Shaman. So here we are playing good old Resto Shaman Warrior against the mage Holy Pala, fairly like equally skilled and equally winnable matchup. And here's the go of the mage. He pops his combustion and I react with my trinket ground to defuse the go, and the go is over. Actually, what's on top there, it wasn't really necessary. Trinket ground is enough against combustion, but it's not as important that you wasted your wall here against the fire mage. Against fire mages and tools, it's only important that you and your DPS mates are trading the trinket correctly, so the fire mage won't have an opening with the shortening of combustion to kill either one of you. But yeah, also really important as Resto Shaman, you have shear and grounding, and you want to use these tools to be aggressive, to play in the enemy phases, to purge them. So you want to use grounding and shear in this case, you want to prevent polymorphs on you. You don't want to get CC'd if you have shear and grounding up. And that's the tool for them here. So, and you can see my positioning. I'm super aggressive and I'm purging. I just purge the Blessing of Protection, purge the Echoing Protection, and then kick the sheep. So I can stay in this open position and even cast damage on him. So we force the sack. And yeah, my warrior got sheeped here, and this is also something, preemptive groundings you're going to notice here right now. You can easily see that the mage and Pala are running towards me. They're obviously trying to kill me here with a Hodge on me, and I press my grounding here because predicted and Pala hodged into the grounding, and the diffuse, and I completely diffused the enemy go. So we counter got them and went on a mage here, and yeah, we killed him. Easy as that. Obviously, that's just a tiny example on how to play against fire mages. There's a lot of other stuff that you can actually do, and just to give you guys some more examples, against the enhancement shaman, for example, you want to use your Erdan Totem on their doom wounds to diffuse that go. You want to learn how to track cooldowns. You want to hold your trinket link against Saprox maybe, or you want to hold your link against Saprox maybe they do the one-shot duel go, and you can link your ally in the shadow duel, so you can top them off, and so they don't die if they wasted their trinket or whatever. And then you also have the new trinket, not the new trinket, sorry, the new PvP talent Living Tide, and that's a massive speed. It's all so much. You want to use it on enemy offensive cooldowns, something like Vendetta, for example. You want to use in Living Tide Totem to outdeal the damage. It's pretty good. And then you have also Ascendance on top. Ascendance is something that you want to use to save your allies, and Ascendance is something that you can use as your first CD, even in my opinion, because a lot of the times you are not necessarily in range for Ascendance to be effective. You are only in range if you have Conning and Shield to push on the enemy, so you do not get freely count control. But yeah, that's it for arena commentary. Right, so either way, that's it for this 9.1 Resto Shaman guide. I hope you guys could learn something from it, and let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments below. I always appreciate you guys watching the videos. Keep commenting. I'm always going to reply to every one of you, that's for sure. If you want to support me, there's obviously no need to, but I have my Patreon down below, or you can give me a sub on Twitch or Breax Live on Twitch. You can come in there, maybe I live stream some. Like I said, I probably don't have that much time. I'm working full time again as Night Chatman. But yeah, either way, shout outs to Reddit once more. And yeah, have a nice season, have a nice season start. Season 2 has just started and the season is fresh, so there's absolutely no haste. Take your time to learn a new class, to learn a new spec, and yeah, take care. Bye.